Hey guys, welcome back. On this episode of ProNoobRC, we finally got our hands on the newest TRAXXAS TRX4 2021 Ford Bronco with this trim package on it. It is your basic TRX4 chassis that we all know. Nothing's really changed on there. Different bumpers, different wheels, of course, to go with the new body. But they have incorporated their new clipless system where it's got these little pockets on the top of the wells. We'll show you that when we get the body out. Pop that off, no problem. This truck is RTR, 110 scale, 21 turn, 550 CAD motor. Comes with a metal geared steering servo in it. And this truck is the 2-speed with the locking diffs. It is not like the Sport. It is just a regular TRX4 with all the full options. We can only get this truck in the market we're in up here in Canada right now in the Cyber Orange and not the Rapid Red. So Cyber Orange and Rapid Red are the two colors available right now from TRAXXAS, and unfortunately we could only get the one. So we took it amongst ourselves to go ahead and paint it, change it up. So let's check out what we've done there with the mods. So there we go. So looking a lot better. We obviously went with the matte black. We'll show you after how we kind of came up and did the graphics throughout the side of the body. It looks pretty good. So we just kind of used what was there. The front bumper, I removed the winch piece, the bull bar, and it comes with a nice slider plate underneath to help, get you up onto rocket stuff. But I don't use that, and I don't want that piece, so I took that off. All the plastics on the truck have been taken off and sprayed matte black to go with the matte black of the truck. And the wheels are stock. We just painted the V-Logs gold on to kind of go with paint job and everything. So features about the truck now. It is basically the same TRX4 as the last ones or the one before that one. And only thing they've kind of changed now is the clipless body mount system. So inside the wheel wells, in the very top, you got these little release tabs, and they get pushed towards the outside. And they just lift up. You go to the outside, do the same. So super simple. Yeah, so basically it's a 12.8 inch wheelbase, 324 millimeter, I believe that is, which is the same as the Defender. So basically it's your Defender setup. The only thing different is going to be your inner fender wells for the clipless mount system, which is nice. It still has the provisions in it to put the rock lights and all the other stuff. Right now, there is the new Pro Scale light kit we're waiting for TRAXXAS to release, so we can order one and get that in the truck, so we can get the halos and everything working on there, because that's going to be mint. A few people have already got their hands on them, and we're just waiting till they're available, either they're on TRAXXAS website or from Limited RC in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If you guys haven't seen our TRX4 yet, I highly recommend getting yourself one. If you're on the fence about getting one, just get it. You'll love it. They keep changing it up a little bit here, a little bit there. The new clipless body mount system is very nice. And one thing about the TRAXXAS bodies is they just fit so much nicer. There, done. Now you can pick it up by the body. It's not going to pop off. And somebody was asking me about the quality, saying, oh, those tabs, you can only bend them so many times, they'll finally break. But in fact, they are like rubber. You can see I can twist that really good without snapping it off, so not even worried about it. So now, let's go get this guy some trail footage for you guys to throw into this video of our sweet paint job on that truck. I think it looks fantastic. And yeah, we'll show you how to do that paint job after this and a little bit of trailing footage. Cheers guys, see you on the trail. Okay guys, yeah, we just wanted to show you really quickly how we put that paint job that you've seen in the previous part of this video onto the truck. First off, we started with our Cricut vinyl cutter. Great machine, they're about 200 bucks. I recommend getting one. Software is free. Anybody can design this. This is called topography lines, like a map. This one is partially weeded. It was an extra. This is the weeded one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that too well. But basically, what those end up looking like when they're applied to the vehicle is some nice lines like that. And the topography is elevation of like a map. We went with one that just kind of worked, kind of give us something different. So now that we have that laid on there, we just take our 800 grit sandpaper, that little chunk of sandpaper we use for everything around here, and just gonna sand the rest of the yellow body. And just to sand out the rest of the yellow, we already sanded out the black on the top. And then we need to mask off all the windows inside and out, and all the pieces that we don't want paint onto, including your Ford logo, your Bronco logo, whichever you want. Definitely make sure you do the windows inside and out, because it's going to require a lot of paint going all over this thing to get all the angles, and you don't want to spray your windows from either side and ruin them. But yeah, so once we're done that, we'll come back and peel that out, and we'll end up with that sweet paint job you guys just seen in the beginning. So we're going to get a couple steps in of this, and we'll touch back in here. Okay, so basically we have our cutout weeded design sitting on the clear vinyl, ready to be peeled and weeded off. So you're going to want to kind of line it up. There's a body line that runs down the body here. That's going to be our marker, and then this front bit, we want that running past the headlight line, and we have no real commitment for depth back here or anything, so I know my line right there is where I want to be. Hold that right there, get this corner tagged on. Usually you do this facing yourself, and it's a little bit easier than working this angle, but hey. So we go there, a little bit on the front there, and then we can just flip that over, trace out our template on the body line. Try not to get any marker on the edge of your body if you're not painting it black, but we're going black, so it doesn't matter. And you just kind of, yeah. So you can trace that out to cut that out. We like to start with doing half the artwork here, and then finding what we're going to cut out of the next piece to join together, and then some filler pieces like we've done in here. We'll show you that real quick to make that all tie together to one seamless thing. You can print it longer and do it longer. We just got tired of weeding it. It took 3 days to weed these out, by the way. So yeah, side panel there. I don't know if you might be able to see better that way, but that's going to be the side graphic for there for the front. So we're going to go and lay that on. Now I get to slowly sit there and peel this off and make sure all the lines stay. When you buy a Cricut, usually you get the Cricut hook tool, dental pick hook tool, knife will work. So I'm going to sit here and pull this off. It's going to take a few minutes. We'll jump back when that's ready to go on the truck, because that's going to take some time. Okay, so now that Jesse off camera peeled out that art for me, we're going to apply that. I'm going to have to do this facing this way. You want to do everything as sketchy as you can. So basically, yeah, line up your wheel well where you marked everything out to the bottom line, and stick her down. Okay, so we got the top edge down, and you want to make sure you just kind of work it from the top down, following any of the contours. The door handle and stuff, we can put that in after. This flare's got a bit of a bump here, so you want to make sure you get that in nice, get that to the headlight. And don't rush the door, because the bottom, it's got to kick out and in, and it will stick to the bottom and not get in where it needs to be. And just make the removal part tougher. So you want to go through, rub that down. Make sure that you get a little bit of friction in there from your finger, a little bit of warm. Kind of helps it stick. Okay, well, we got that all masked up. There's no point watching us peel the film off. You all seen that done before. Now you want to make sure all these little edges are down and tucked. We'll go back into that because we just finished taping off the windows and touching it everywhere, for lack of a better word. Just want to make sure all these are tucked in everywhere. Then you want to take your little trusty sandpaper, like we've already done the roof, like we discussed. And we're going to take that hood. We're going to knock that yellow out of here. Okay, so sand the hood, obviously. And now the decals, you're going to want to be careful, and it's going to suck, and it's going to take a long time. You're going to have to make a piece with a nice little point, and you're going to have to sit there and do every little bit of plastic in between all those lines, front to back. That's basically the hardest, most sucky part of the job, but take your time. When you're done, it's going to look awesome. but just take your time. It does take some time. Okay, well there we go. Many hours later, we've got the graphic all sanded out in between so the paint will stick. We gotta go give this a quick just wipe down. I'm not gonna wash it because I got tape and everything on there. It's gonna become an issue. And then we're gonna go set this up in the paint booth and blast this matte black. And we'll be back to start peeling that out right away. Okay guys, that's back looking pretty fantastic. If you can catch the light through there, that came out pretty wild. We got the ProNoobRC logo sitting back up here. I just gotta finish unpeeling the windows. We did the little Yeehaw Bronco on the back here. We got some of the graphics kind of coming up through this tail light on here, pretty cool. This side too came out exceptionally well. We'll get some good close-up shots in here after. So right now what I'm working on is just painting all the plastics, wash them really good, soap and water, and then I masked off the white Bronco so I didn't have to repaint it. Once again, rice tape or this really thin stuff. Put it on there, trim it out with the knife. Super easy to use. Remember guys, it's always using the right products. Of course, we pick ours up at Eliminator RC. If you guys need any help on choosing the right product, give them a call there and ask for Ryan. He'll give you a hand. He's great at what he does. Yeah, so that's done. We got the fender flares, which are actually rubber this time. Pretty cool. Those are done in a matte black. And right now, I just have the windshield bezel and the mirror piece in there. I went ahead and peeled the mirrors and the mirror decals off and stuck them on here so I can go through and throw those back on after. And then I got to take apart the spare tire mount here. I'm going to paint that guy a different color. I think I'm going to paint him gold so he's kind of like a little bit of hidden accent in there, kind of make it pop with the rest of the body. And then these tires are super, like they put tire shine on them, so I'm going to go wash the tires and the rims really good, and then I'm going to paint those all matte black to get rid of the gloss on the whole ride. And then it's going to be up to the ProNoob standards, put it back together. I'm going to also have to take the bumpers off the truck and spray the bumpers in matte black too. So I'm going to get back to her and we'll pop back in here once we get this body all fully assembled, and a quick little shot before we get her out on the trail. This thing is already looking amazing, you guys. It's going to be a killer truck. So let's get this guy done so we can get it out in the sunlight instead of all this artificial LED light. So when you're taking the masks off here, you want to make sure you don't take off the stickers for the windows. I've done that. So you want to make sure you just get the edge of that and just lightly go and peel it. Now I noticed this front windshield decal, the bottom really didn't want to stick too good. So I'm going to go from a top-down motion when it comes to taking that off, just to make sure I'm not encouraging that bottom edge to peel off. So, pro tip, when you're working with a matte paint job, these mattes are oily. They come oily, they're made out of oil. Put down some paper towel and don't ruin the paint job. If I was to set it like this on this mat, all these little dots would show up on the top of that paint job and all this would be for nothing. So always be mindful of that. It does suck, but easily avoidable. If you guys are ever doing this and you get a little bit of that masking tape residue that sticks to the glass, just take a piece of tape, fold it in half, and then peel and stick on the glass, and that will pull it off for you. If you try to rub it or get a cleaner, it just makes a big mess. That peel and stick tactic works fantastic. Okay, there we go. Very nice. I've been having a thought. I think I want to tint the taillights with some Tamiya TS31 or PS31 smoke for Lexan. I know that's plastic, it might not work. I'm going to try it on a test lens first, but I think those will look fantastic, smoked out going with the blacked out body. So that's one thing we're going to travel down that road together and figure out in the next little while. So I'm going to get working on these tires. You guys don't need to see that. Mask around the tire, go wash them first, and spray them black. So I'll get those done and we'll get this guy together.